Hi! Hi, everyone! It looks like we don't have many people in the comments yet, but that is a-okay. You were telling me about working on weekends, and 27 classes a week is a lot, honey.
It is.
27 is a lot on top of managing.
It was the money was nice,
Yeah?
and I couldn't spend it because I spent my free time sleeping. So it was kind of a nice arrangement.
Yeah. I mean, listen, money is nice, but it's not everything.
It's really been fantastic to have the dedicated time. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Anna. Welcome. Thank you for being the first. Nice to have you. You were saying?
It's been nice to have the time in the evenings to participate in live streams and get to know people. And I never could before because I was teaching until 8 o'clock at night, and
Mm-hmm.
then I hadn't even started the night routine. So
Yep.
it was different. Hi, cool gamer.
Hi, friend. Welcome back. You are awesome. Nice to see you. Um, yeah, when I quit my management position, they were stunned. They were like, Gwenna, we thought you wanted a long life in this company. We thought you wanted to grow and have a job at this corporation. And I was like, I did, until I had to work 80 hours a week for you for no increase in pay and no overtime for 2 years during a pandemic. I need to go to trade school.
That'll do it.
Yeah,
That'll do
so
it.
it was definitely a big change. Well, hi, friends. I see we've got some viewers now. My name is Gwenna. I am at Gwenna the Gwenna. You are on my channel, and we are here to get some writing done today. Miss Jenna is joining us for her first ever live stream. First ever. So go ahead, take it away. Tell us about you. Tell us about what you write.
Okay, kids. So I am an erotica writer, and right now I'm finishing up the third novella of my debut trilogy, which will be on Amazon by the end of the summer. And you can find me on YouTube and Instagram under Jenna Gordon Writes. And I'm so excited to be here. I brought some celebratory champagne. So toasting to everybody, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. I am so happy. You are absolutely right, Anna. It is awesome. And it's so rare to have an erotica writer on any live stream. I feel like you guys are always like, no, they don't want us. But I do. I want you
Oh, good.
here. We have so much fun things to talk about.
We do.
We do. So let's start off with what are we working on? And I am going to be not doing my Kindle Vella work as I should be. I'm going to be working on book 2 of my Arthurian Legend series. So I know I'm 3,500 words into this outline. And it's only chapter 5 of the outline. So we're in it to win it at this point.
Nice.
And you're working on your third novella?
I am. So I'm about halfway through. So here's hoping that Camp Nano gets me to the finish line.
Yeah, it will. If you're halfway through, holy smokes. It's only day 9. You've got 2/3 of the month left to go. You've been rocking it out. Yes, I am excited to sprint as well, Casey. Welcome to my channel. So happy to have you. With that out of the way, I will go ahead and pull up our first sprint. Here we go. Share screen. Window. Oh, where did it go? There it is. We are actually going to be using HK Darkwood's timer today because she is a total sweetheart. She writes horror and all sorts of creepy stuff. So we are going to be showing the love to our author tuber today. And let's go ahead and get started. You ready to rock it out?
Let's go.
Let's kick some butt. Here we go. Bring. Hi, welcome back. You there, Jenna? Oh, I think you're muted still. There you are.
First timers.
It happens. It happens every time for me.
Hi, Nick. I didn't see you when you came in.
Let me see. Nick is here. I love it. And then here we go. Anna is working on a reader's report. Awesome sauce. I hope that report's going well for you, Miss Anna. Let us know how far into it you got. Evil Cheese 72. That's one of the best YouTube usernames I've probably ever seen. Was putting characters into Scrivener. Evil Cheese, please let me know how you enjoy Scrivener. I am trying to decide whether or not to purchase it.
Me too. I can't wait for Tiffany's stream on AWC. She's going to talk about that, I think.
Yes, and hopefully I learn a little bit about it, and if I like it, I might take the dive. I've heard a lot of good things. Not only does Tiff use it, but like Alexa Dunn uses it, and a bunch of other people. So, you know, it's a maybe for me. It's a strong maybe. Hi, Elise. I absolutely welcome you for just hanging out. I got 814 words. Jenna, how much did you get?
Oh, I got 456.
Heck yeah, look at this productivity. Just got to learn it all at first. Yeah, I've heard it's a bit of a learning curve, and I think that's what scares me the most. Mm-hmm. But also, like, I'm a serious outliner, so I think that Scrivener might be the best bet because you can like rearrange. I've heard you can rearrange scenes, and you can have like scene chart cards, and you can like make it work, right? But I don't know. I'm not rearranging scenes after I outline them, so I don't know if it's right for me. We'll see. I'm definitely gonna look at Tiffany's template and like all the good stuff because I think she's giving away the template or like selling the template on her Ko-fi in regards to that actual thing. Oh, the templates help out a lot. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've heard it's got like a lot of features to it. We'll see. We'll definitely see. It is good to know about it. Okay, cool. Let me see. Oh, Casey, congrats. 681 words. Heck yeah. Awesome sauce. All right. Then let me go ahead and dive into our question number 2 of the day, which is going to be kale or spinach. Are you a kale girl or a spinach girl?
Both. In a pinch, kale.
In a pinch, kale. Are you like a standard spinach?
I've never met anything green I didn't like.
Really?
So all the spinach, all the collards, all the chard, all the arugula, all the kale, I'll take it.
Really? I'm not into bitter greens like kale and arugula. I'm like a spinach or broccoli kind of girl.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I'll put handfuls of spinach in a smoothie for a green smoothie, but you put an ounce of kale in anything for me, and I'm gonna spit it in your face. I'm definitely gonna tell you that's disgusting. Please keep that out of my life.
There are definitely some parties to which kale should not be invited.
You know, when I worked at in the kitchens for college, we grew most of our own food at the college because it was a really hippie school. I don't know if you've ever heard of Antioch, but it's like the hippiest of hippies. So they grew their own kale, and every summer it was just endless kale chips, just endlessly cooking kale chips in that kitchen. And when I tell you, I got so burnt out, just the smell of it.
Yeah, I bet that would be easy to happen quick.
Yeah. But the spinach, never tired of the spinach. I don't think anyone's trying to turn spinach into chips, though. So
This is a good point.
that is a good point. Thank you, Casey. Thank you for agreeing with me. 3 votes for spinach. 4 votes for spinach. No one's on the kale boat. I'm sorry, Jenna.
That's okay. I'm glad someone was able to give kale some love.
You know, I guess some people have a special place in their heart for kale. It's just not me. Do you ever write about food in your books? I know with erotica, it might be something you enjoy.
It is. It does come up. I noticed that when I am describing a scene, like at a group gathering, potluck type thing, I get really excited about telling everyone what's on the table and how it looks. But I find I can't write about food and say how it smells.
Really? Smells or tastes?
Smells. Like, I'm like, well, the barbecue smelled like barbecue. That's what it smells like. So I'm sort of limited to the visuals of food in my writing.
Do you find that you yourself have a strong sense of smell, or you don't really?
I do, but I have synesthesia, which is
a
mixing of senses, and so maybe that's the difficulty, is that I like purple onion smell sharp, triangular to me, and if I wanted to write about what a purple onion smelled like, I would just have to say it smelled like a purple onion.
Because you can't say it smelled triangular.
No one knows what that means except me. So yeah, so my food writing gets limited to visuals. I don't know if anyone else is like that. Oh, Anna's on the kale train too.
You know what? I hope you guys are happy there, because I will not be hopping on that train. I respect, but respectfully disagree. I don't know. I feel like when it comes to describing smells, I'm kind of limited as well. I usually go with like aroma or noxious, or pungent, right? Something like that. But every time I try to describe smells, I tend to go to taste words like the sweet aroma or the sour stench. You know what I mean? Like those two are very blended in my writing. I find I often can't differentiate between those two senses at the very least. Here we go. And brought by the promise. Who is this? Who is this? Action lurks in the chat, muted, but brought by the promise of words. There will be words here, Coffee Quills. There will be words here. Welcome in from Twitch, by the way. And I think he's our only viewer over on Twitch. Everyone else is here from YouTube. Unless it's Evil Cheese. Evil Cheese was here from Twitch. The promise of words is tempting for all. And on that note, it is 7:40. Do you want to do another 25, 20? What are we feeling?
I'm feeling 25.
Feeling 25 again? Think you can get another 480 words on that?
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, look at that. You see, having people from Twitch makes me realize I should keep you guys. I didn't upload all my other streams to Twitch, but I think we're going to start doing it more often. So here we go. Let's bring up another 25. And for everyone in the chat, please remember to take a restroom break. Please remember to stretch or warm up your wrist. Please remember to drink water. Hydrate, don't die straight. Awesome. Let's go ahead and dive into. I know. Thank you for catching that, Jenna. Thank you for catching that. Let's go ahead and dive into another sprint here. We are going to hit the replay. Boom shakalaka, let's go. Ring a ring a ring a ring. Hello, friends. Welcome back. Ring a ring a ring a ring. Hello, friends. Welcome back. Ring a ring a ring a ring. That's an echo. That was an echo.
I think I fixed it.
You got it? It's all right. One of us managed to get it. I got 418 words. How about you?
Look at you go. I got 228. I hit a stopping point where I needed to do some research, and I tend to do deep dives into research.
I'm the same.
So I decided to spend the last 7 minutes farting around, and I went over to Barrett and Margaret's karaoke stream.
Yeah.
And Barrett was breaking it on down.
They are insane. I love them both so much. Like the way their energy feeds off each other and the harmonies they make.
So I was rocking out the last 7 minutes. And heard some good music.
They are absolutely delightful. I love those two. Let me see here. Not Twitch. Oh God. Coffee Quills. Thank you for welcoming me to the Twitch community. I do appreciate that. And just as a reminder, everyone, please like and subscribe if you have not already. Hi, Esther. It's so good to see you. Esther, everyone, is actually going to be streaming with me tomorrow at 7. She is my Sunday guest host. And of course, my cousin had to drop in. And the answer to life is 42. Please tell my husband I said that. I know he's at your house right now. Have him bring me home chips. Thank you. So with that being said, we're getting to the question of our sprints here, which is, does writing fulfill you? Question for you, Jenna. Do you feel fulfilled by your writing?
Not existentially, but brings me joy when I do it. So I've gone years and years and years without writing and been fine and not missed it. And then I'll play a game somewhere where there's writing involved, and I'm like, oh, I remember this. And it's really fun. So I wouldn't say that, even though I identify as a writer, that it's the one thing that fulfills me, but it does bring me joy. So I'm not sure if maybe I'm getting hung up on semantics.
I get that. I do. I don't think you're being hung up on semantics. I mean, writing is definitely one of those things where some people will do it all their lives and other people will come to it and create something beautiful and something great and some piece of art that is precious to them and then move on, you know? I'm definitely one of those people who've been obsessed with writing like my entire life. Yeah. I've been writing really since childhood and going full time as a writer now and doing my massage work part time has been a long time coming. Yeah, definitely been a long time coming. I am really excited to see how far I can grow in the craft with being able to dedicate this much time to it. Yeah.
What did you write as a kid versus what you write now?
The same stuff.
Really?
Just not as good. Yeah, I've always been into sci-fi and fantasy and big stories with starships and blasters and dragons and chaos and knights and shining armor and crazy magic, right? I've always been into it. Always. Now as an adult, I'm I guess my venturing as an adult is between the subgenres, right? So I'll do suspensey fiction or I'll do I don't know, YA versus adult stories, right? Changing audience or changing subgenre, but I'm always within that sci-fi fantasy big story kind of realm. Like for me, unless I can build a fresh world, I can't get invested. Yeah. Yeah. As an erotica writer, do you find you set yourself up in mostly contemporary settings?
I do, which is odd. It's surprising to me because I was a history major. I love historical fiction. I love to read, historical murder mysteries, cozy mysteries and things, but in the Edwardian and Victorian eras, or in Gilded Age progressive era of the United States. And JC's here. Hi.
Hi, JC.
I get excited when I see JC.
So do I.
So I might try my hand, but when I was a history major, I studied Holocaust history and genocide studies. So
Wow.
I didn't have a particular era that's that far back. I'm a pretty modern historian. So I think it might be fun to try my hand at a little Victorian ankle revealing.
Oh no, not the ankle. A slip of the arm. A man's forearm is one of the hottest places on the body. I know, right?
Yes. So I might do that someday, but you bring up an interesting point. I've really sort of pushed things out into the future where things are more diverse and less judgmental, and that's sort of a happy fantasy place that I'm placing my fiction right now.
I mean, I think it's important to always hold in your heart like a dream of a better world, right?
Yeah.
And fiction, I think that especially when it comes to sci-fi and fantasy, when you focus so much on being historically accurate, you're missing the point.
Yeah.
Right? The point of sci-fi fantasy, of genre fiction, is to take you out of this world and envision a world where things happen differently, right? And a lot of, I find, current fantasy is centered around this European centric point of view of being historically accurate to that one very specific part of world history, and it misses the point. The point of fantasy is to envision something new, to grasp readers, and you don't have to have a brand new story, but the thing that allows or has allowed fantasy to grow into the genre that it is today is this idealization of trying to create a little bit of a better world, or trying to write about a better world and inspiring others in that way. I don't know, that's my tirade for the night.
Well, I concur wholeheartedly. I guess I'm reconsidering my answer to your question because I'm sort of using my erotica writing as advocacy and representation for diversity. And I sort of feel powerless in my vote, like I'm just one person among 330 million other Americans voting. Yeah. But someone could read my writing and maybe see things differently, or see themselves and be delighted that they see themselves on the page. And it's sort of my form of advocacy. So maybe I will change my answer to it does fulfill me.
I love that. Yeah. I think that's what art is for. Humans, I think, are drawn towards art. And speaking of humans and art, and this artful human being, Miss JC, JC, in the AuthorTube email, if you go into the calendar and click on today's date, you will find our StreamYard link. You are absolutely welcome to come hop up on here with us for any relative amount of time. So if you would like to, peer pressure, come join us, come write with us, we love you. And Jen answers, absolutely, I don't feel right if I don't write nearly every day. It's kind of my job though, so I need to like it. I get that. I get trying to like the job that you're in. But also writing every day is definitely just not my style. I wish I could say I did that. Do you write every day?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Bless you, Jen. Someone needs to write every day, and I'm glad it's you and not me.
Exactly.
Boy, I admire that. I can't.
Yeah, I find with my mental health issues, it's difficult enough to get dressed every day, right? Right? Like if I have to put a bra on, you're lucky if I get words on the page, right?
This is what I've been saying for years.
I'm just I'm just saying, right? Like I've got so much mental capacity in the day. It's bra and brush my teeth or get 500 words on the page, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes it's really hard.
Well, I think Jen has some incentive.
Yeah. I would probably write every day if I got paid for it too.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's that. And
Jen, what?
oh,
I'm sorry to
sorry.
interrupt. Go on.
No, I was going to say that for me recently, the challenge has been in this shift in jobs, and now I don't have a lot of time between teaching classes. So I'm like, I have to exercise since I'm not teaching as part of my job. And I'm like, do I do it before work or after work or midstream or on the sprints? And sometimes I just get on the treadmill and lie there and cry instead of walking on it.
You know?
I'm just like, I've run out of motivation and I need to do so many things. So I go to where you go as well. The bra got on today. We'll call it a win, even though I didn't write and even though I didn't walk.
Exactly. Sometimes you really have to look at the basics as small wins because there was a point in time when they weren't basics, right? We have to remember humans walked in the nude for the vast majority of human development. All right. We put on clothes. That's an accomplishment. All right. Our ancestors are proud of us, right? Exercise. Yes, exactly. What is that? I need to do more of that.
Man, exercise is a time suck is what it is.
Listen, I find I only can really exercise if I'm doing it with other people, right? Like if I'm taking like a group class, like a martial arts class, a yoga class, a dance class, I'll exercise, I'll bust a sweat. You'll see me tomato cheeks, right? I turn red really quick. But exercising on my own, I feel I don't have that level of self dedication, of self motivation. I can't really drive myself to do that.
I tell myself, this is exercise. It's finger exercise.
Exactly.
I'm typing. It's finger exercise. Fine. I do find that I'm a good walker because I naturally pace.
Really?
I can walk on the treadmill and get lost in thought and look down and I've been there for 2 hours. Easy.
Wow.
But if I want to get on my rowing machine or lift my dumbbells or get on my step exerciser, I mean, that's just very expensive dust accumulation happening. And
yes,
if I'm teaching the class and leading the group, and everyone often says the same things, is that during the time when we couldn't go to gyms, they really did not exercise at home. Some people did, and they were like, oh, I don't need a gym membership. I'll just use YouTube and other resources. But most of my students were like, I need the synergy. I need to not feel isolated. I need someone to tell me how long to hold this or whatever. And so I fall into that category too. I'm very much a follower, not a leader.
I get that. When I'm, excuse me, when I'm teaching my martial arts courses, I find I don't work up nearly the amount of sweat or nearly the amount of energy as when I am following someone else's lead, right? It's much easier to get a sweat in when you can have someone to tell you when you should be sweating.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't sweat so much when I write unless I turn the air conditioner off, but that may be my new technique.
There's a fan right here. All right.
There you go.
Clearly I'm burning calories.
There you go.
Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Let me go ahead and pull up one last sprint for the day. Are you cool to do one more?
Let's go.
Let's rock it out. And okay, scale of 1 to 10, how vulnerable are you feeling for this last question?
5.
5. Okay.
I don't know what the question is, so I think 5 is a safe answer.
That is why we do a vulnerability check.
Okay.
Let me see here. We are going to do this question today, and I'm going to leave that up. We can all marinate on that while we do our last sprint. Here we go. Let me go ahead and get this there. Share screen. I know I say this aloud every time, and I know y'all are probably bored with me, but I have to say it aloud or else I end up clicking the wrong thing. Here we go, and replay. Ready, set, let's go. Ring a ring a ring a ring. Hi, welcome back, everybody. I hope everybody had a very good sprint. Jenna, how did you do?
I only got 147 words, but I did some research, and so I know where I'm headed next. So I'm
Awesome.
ready for the next big round.
There you go. You know, sometimes you really have to get that research in and done.
Yeah.
You know,
Can't
all
avoid it.
things are writing. I'm sorry, Nick. I didn't mean to scare you. Esther, either. Let me see here. I got 415 words.
Nice.
I know. It's a good night for me. That was technically our last sprint, but I feel like I could do one more, but I'm not going to keep you past 9 if you have other places to be.
I have all that I need in the world right here. So I can stay as long as you like.
There you go. Cheers to that. I'm really sad. I have cut a lot of alcohol along with my caffeine cut. As I'm sure you've heard by now, I'm 4 weeks clean from caffeine.
Oof.
I know. Yeah. And I'm taking it easy on the alcohol. And I've noticed my bloating has gone down like a lot. I dropped 3 inches off my waist. I was very bloated.
That's significant. Good for
It
you.
is significant for doing nothing but cutting out sugary liquids. Yeah, it was making my blood sugar go up and down and giving me headaches and just really wasn't worth it. Hey, thank you, Eva, and welcome. Welcome, Eva. Yes, it does look like we are sprinting again. Welcome, Nia. I am happy to see you. Let me see here. Yes, Miss JC, one more sprint. Please hop on if you can. All of you guys in that group have the StreamYard link in there in the Google Calendar. So just hop on anytime. I will let you in as I see you. And let me see. I'm so sorry you haven't broken 5K yet. It's okay, babe. It is A-okay. Listen, some words are better than no words, right?
For sure.
Yeah. You are late, Barrett. You're lucky we're doing one more sprint. Shame. Tisk. You didn't miss any tea yet. We're actually about to get into the first big question of the night, which is tell me about a time you've experienced true love. Jenna, you go first. Tell me.
Well, I need help understanding the question. Is this an occasion or an individual that you're asking about? Tell me about a time, like an occasion that you experienced true love, or just
Either.
true love? Okay.
Yeah, either. So if it's a person for you and it was just in general about that person, tell me about that person. If it was an experience for you, like a one-day, one-off thing, absolutely tell me about that.
Well, I would have to say my late Black Labrador Retriever was my true love. And yes, I have his ashes in one of my tattoos, and it says, "Live like a Labrador." And that's my reminder to be happy to greet people, take lots of naps, be happy about your food and going outside and simple things like that. And he's been gone for 13 or 14 years now, and I had him for 10, but he was my great love of my life, I think. And in an odd way, I had a dog in childhood who really took care of me. And this dog, the Black Labrador, really needed a lot. He was very neurotic, and I had to really take care of him. And so I felt like he sort of karmically balanced me with the universe, that I had one dog who really took care of me, and then I really took care of this other dog, and that sort of squared me back up karmically with the universe. So I still just think he's the most wonderful person, even though he was a dog.
I love that. I love that so much. That's so heartfelt. Thank you for sharing that with me.
Yeah.
Well, I would say about a time I experienced true love. I saw stars. You know, you get those like fuzzy backgrounds like in anime or like TV shows, and like everything zooms out and all you see is that human being standing there. I had that moment with my husband back in high school when we were first starting dating. We were walking back from lunch one time, and he just turned around and said, "Hey, have a great day." And as he turned around, like the light filtered in from a nearby window, and it was all warm and glowy. And I was like,
Yes.
"Oh, I'm in love."
Yes. I love that.
It was that moment where I realized, I was like, "Oh, I'm keeping him. I'm doing anything necessary to keep him." So I have to say that was probably one of the clearest times I've experienced true love. You know, it was that moment, I'd say, with him.
Yeah.
That being said, I know what it's like to love an animal and just to have your heart go with them. I still have my Luna's ashes right in here. Oh, I know. She sleeps right by my bed every night. And I had her from when I was, oh my gosh, I got her at 14, and we just lost her last year.
Good.
And sorry, I'm going to tear up now.
I'm sorry. I brought up the dead dogs.
It's okay. She was 12 years old. She had a massive tumor in her stomach. We had to make the humane choice and really let her go. She couldn't walk anymore after a couple days. So it was really heartbreaking. But the number of times, like, I've been chronically depressed since I was like 11. And the number of times I could just wake up and say, "Oh no, I cannot kill myself today because I need to feed my dog."
Right.
Like, if I don't love her, if I'm not here and present for her, no one else will be.
Sure.
So, yeah, I get that. That is true love.
Love to Luna. She sounds like a good one.
And love to your Labrador. It sounds like we've both been really shaped by the fur babies in our lives. Look at this bonding. Okay, I'm going to stay with me for the rest of the night tonight. Let's go into the chat here. Starting off strong when Barrett said Tiffany made him a fried pork chop and he understand true love. I get that.
Yes.
Food is absolutely love. And then followed closely by the day he met Ricky. A decade before I married him, I knew I would marry him one day. It was love at first sight for me.
I didn't know they knew each other that long before they got hitched.
That's incredible.
That's fantastic.
You have a lot of dedication to wait that long. I was harassing my husband to marry me at year 3. And then it took him another 2 years. I was like, "Oh, either you propose to me by my birthday, or for my birthday, we're going ring shopping." That was how that went. Nick's answer would be true love. I actually experienced true love with my other half. When I had to get surgery before we were together, they were there and sat with me even when I was sleeping. Yeah. I woke up and they were right there. And it was like, I knew, I was like, "Yep, I want to be with you." I love that. That is so supportive. Yep. Hugs and love for you, Miss Jena, for loving a puppy like that. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'll tear up. Ugh, gross. Oh, bye, Esther. Back in middle school, still friends with him. Nothing like childhood friend. That's a good trope, Esther. You can live that. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah. I think everyone's had that fur baby. You know, everyone who's truly loved an animal knows that. Here we go. Doggos are the best. You are right. Thanks, Nick. I needed that. Exactly. JC, you can always try again. Please do not push yourself. Words are words, and some words are better than no words. The fact that you even tried it all is more of an effort than I'm ever willing to make. Just being honest. Ooh, you're in a Regions write-in right now, Esther. Thank you for cheating on them with me, bestie. Friends for 7 years. Ooh, Barrett. Best friend's boyfriend. Okay.
The plot thickens.
The plot does thicken. I feel like you need to come on Sunday with Morgan and tell me more of the tea. Like this is getting juicy over here. We're doing some autobiography kind of stuff on this corner of our author tube. Yes, we are proud of a stream hopper. Gasp is right, Eva. I gasped. 8 years before you got together? 8 or 10? Wow. Y'all are patient.
Mm-hmm.
I marked my husband for prey. I'm sure I told the story before, but I made a whole club just to get that boy's number. I did. I really did. I made a whole club just to get his phone number so I could ask him out on a date. I really did. I said, you look like the opposite of every man I've ever met. I could keep you.
I appreciate the dedication there.
Thank you. Thank you. Someone has to be a predator. Here we go. Let me see. I moved in with my guy a month after we met. Definitely didn't know each other a decade. Yeah.
When you know, you know.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Well, you did learn yesterday I dated 2 guys at the same time. Me stream hopping while you're writing is on par for me.
Yes, Esther. I love it.
Stay true to you, Esther. Stay true. Yes, drop the T. Here we go. Aww. I bet your palms look similar. It is dedication. Here we go. With my husband before we eloped, I lost my vision, did not know it was temporary, and he stuck by my side through it all. Then with the birth of my kids and with pups, the pups love unconditionally. Yep, they truly do. Sticking through someone when they go through a medical experience like that is a whole nother level.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Bye, Esther. I will see you tomorrow, baby. See you tomorrow at 7. All right. Yeah, it is real cute. Okay. Are you ready for one last sprint?
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. And last time, scale of 1 to 10, vulnerability check before I put this last question up on the board. We can end this on funny, like a 1 through 3, or we can end this on deep, like an 8 through 10.
Well, I was going to say 7, but 8 through 10 was the range. So can I go 7.99 and still get the 8?
Yes.
Are there
Yes.
I'm a first timer, so I'm learning how this works.
It is A-okay. Let me see here. What would be a good 7.99?
Jared's at a 10. He's got chocolate. Let's make it worth his chocolate.
Make it worth your chocolate. Aww. I hope you passed him tissues or them tissues.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Let me see. 7.99, but might make you cry a little. Here we go.
All right.
All right, let me get over to our screen share. Share screen and window. Boom, boom, and a replay. Ready or not, here we go. Bring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Hello.
I want you to be my alarm clock.
Aww. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a wonderful way to start the day.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't believe it, but I appreciate it. Let me see here. I got 329 words, and I have set myself up for a fantastic scene I've been looking forward to writing for over a year.
Hot damn.
I know. I've been really, one of the reasons I started writing this series was for the scene I'm about to write. So I'm pretty excited about it. It introduces the dragon, who is in a golem, and she's in a golem the size of a small child, and she's going to come and beat up our main character. I'm very excited. I know.
I'm excited for you. You made it.
I did it. I finally got here. 3 years of working on this book, and I'm finally at the scene. Let me see here. Oh, hi, Mia. I hope I spooked you a little bit, not a lot bit. How did you do, Jenna?
I got some words. I had to take a moment to fetch a pen and paper because I knew I wouldn't be able to answer the question and remember everything at the top of the chat. And then I screwed around in the chat a little bit and I wrote a little bit, but I forgot to track my words. So I got some words.
Some words.
That's all I know.
You know what? Some words are better than no words.
They're fantastic words.
They're fantastic words. Let me see in the chat here. Please chat, drop, and let me know how you did. Hi. Yes, I do love it. We're going to have a great time. I'm probably going to spend the rest of my night curled up in my bed under a heating pad with bunches of chocolate and snacks and eat and write that scene. We're going to probably write it. Huh?
Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
Yeah. I love a little bit of heat on my belly and my back as I sit down and write. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Just not on your lap.
Yeah.
Barrett, you can write if you want to, babe. If you're just here to hang out, I am not going to stop you.
Barrett says everything is writing. So
everything is writing. You know, you were doing karaoke earlier. That was writing.
That was writing.
JC finally finished dinner. Welcome back. What's a good way to describe someone feeling jealous without using the actual word? You said maybe use the word smarted at the sight of something, someone with the thing they wanted. And I said, prefer to describe shifty eyes and possessive / dodgy body language. I'm definitely a body language describer. I feel like I do a lot of head hopping though. Like that's my weakness as a writer, writing in third person, is I do a lot of head hopping because I'm so busy describing how everyone's body is moving. Yeah, definitely my weakness as a writer. What about you, Jenna?
What? I lost the thread of the question.
It's okay. I'm not sure there was a real question in there, babe. It's okay.
Are you asking about my writing about body language?
Yeah. Do you feel like you do any head hopping? Because I mean, I bet you write a lot of body language.
I do. And my background as a yoga teacher is both a help and a hindrance because my style of teaching is using biomechanical language. So people who are upside down or have their eyes closed should still be able to get into a posture without my naming it. So I guide them with this biomechanical language. So in sex scenes, I can describe body position very, very well. And I've been told sometimes is like, we can fill that in. You don't have to be so specific. And please don't name actual muscles when you're doing it. So yes.
What do you mean you don't want to hear about hamstrings as they lift to the ceiling?
I would imagine that was very important information, but
I thought it was necessary. Okay. I definitely thought it was necessary. I'm a little upset that it's not. Let me see here. Let's go. Oh, right. Nick made their partner cry and now they're going to go get milk tea. I think that's the cutest. Yes, it is the best when someone is with you through tough times. Do you have your 5 I statements?
I do.
Do you want me to go first or do you want to go first?
I've been going first all night. I would like for you to go first.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Absolutely. My 5 I statements were I am a writer, a creator. I am loved. I am strong and vulnerable. I am carelessly compassionate. And I am driven. And I think that last one I'm still trying to convince myself on, right? Still trying to work towards seeing myself as a motivated human being. I definitely think they describe facets of my character more than my role in the world. I think my first 2, I'm a writer, a creator, and I am loved, really do describe my role in the world, especially my role within my family. My brother and my sister, they're big consumers, right? They read a lot, they ingest a lot. And I think as a child, I was really heavily discouraged from doing that. Like my sister I wasn't allowed to read books for pleasure growing up because my sister read books for pleasure growing up and that was her thing. And when you grow up in a family that's has abusive dynamics and there's some untreated psychological needs and some mental health issues, not to mention both of them being a bit on the spectrum, we have to have our roles to play. And I'm a writer, not a reader, right? So I didn't really read for pleasure until I was a kid. Or not a kid, until I was in college, really. That was like the first time I ever really read for pleasure. So I have to say, I'm a writer, a creator. I am loved being in relation to my husband. Those are really about my role in the world. I'm strong and vulnerable. I'm carelessly compassionate and I'm driven. I think those are wishes I really tell myself and try to, like, goals I try to strive towards, looking at it from a honest perspective, having 3 things that describe who I am or who I want to be, and 2 things that describe my role in the world. I think that leaves me, I would say it's relatively balanced, right? And one thing, the inspiration for this question was my time studying cross-cultural psychology. It was one of the I test standards, right, to tell whether you live in a society that prioritizes individuals and individualization, or a society or a culture that prioritizes community and cultural emphasis on that. So if you describe yourself as I am a wife, I am a sister, I am a blah, 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 describing your role, you tend to lean towards a more community-oriented approach as opposed to describing facets of yourself. I am strong, I am this or that, right? That tends to be a very individualistic, a very American mindset. And I think before moving in with my husband, I would have had all 5 I statements be about me and myself and I. But now living with my husband and living within that family unit, being in a Latino family and really functioning not just as a person, but as a daughter-in-law and as a member of the family, a member of this unit, I'm seeing myself starting to transition into more of a talking about my role in my I statements, as opposed to talking about my individuality in my I statements, which is a really long explanation, but that's me. Hi, what are your 5?
Let's not deflect from you too soon, Gwenna. We have things to discuss.
Sure.
And my dad is an anthropologist and gerontologist, and your use of the word cross-cultural comes from his teacher, Tony Paredes.
Yeah.
And you're familiar with the name. I will tell you my dad's name off camera because it reveals part of my real name.
Okay. Backstage.
So, but one of the things that I hear when I hear someone identifying themselves by their role is they have no sense of self. So it's sort of the opposite of what you've been taught. But I also remember my dad talking about the Western notions of culture and individuality versus a more indigenous or Eastern style.
Yeah.
And I love that you have found that balance between the two. I think that's really healthy, and I think that's important. And I think both facets need to be addressed. So I'm so glad you've gotten to where you've gotten for yourself.
Thank you. It was a journey.
I imagine it was not an easy journey.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So I had some cognitive dissonance because at the beginning of the sprint, I needed to write down these 5 facets of my soul. And then I was writing about people banging. And then in the chat, I'm talking with Barrett and Nick about farting. And I was like, what is happening here? I don't know how to handle this. It's all true. It's an emotional roller coaster. It's my first sprint. Is this how we're supposed to be feeling? So,
I feel like that was not past Friday, but the Friday before it, when I pulled out the vulnerability questions. I think that was what everyone was experiencing.
we went a lot of different directions. So I do have my 5. I'm Laughing Hawk. So I belong to the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma, and we are Hawk Clan. And you never use Laughing Hawk is my soul name. Yeah. I won't say it in Choctaw because that's what's used in ceremonies. It's reserved so that people can't curse you in the afterlife and all of this other, indigenous myth surrounding it. But I'm Laughing Hawk. And I think that just sort of encompasses everything. Hawks are sort of symbols of life, of hope. I think laughing is a symbol of life and hope. I'm a teacher guide, I think, as a yoga teacher and sharing information. Information is sort of a currency. It's a love language for me. And so I think of myself as being a teacher. I live a lot in my mind. I think that's just where I'm sort of the happiest. And my last 2 kind of connect to each other. And I didn't know if they belonged together or not, but I didn't think about it too much because I had to write about banging and talk in the chat about farting. So I had to sort of swim over the surface of some of this. I said, I wish I looked different, and I wish my life looked different.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk more about that, or would you rather leave that be?
I think there's some really good answers in the comments.
Okay.
That need to be addressed. Yeah.
That is perfectly fair. You got it. Let's go ahead then and hop into the comments. I have starred quite a bit. Let me roll up to Barrett's first, because Barrett was the first person to answer. He says, I am flawed, I am funny, I'm smart, I am empathetic, and I am powerful. You are all of those things, Barrett. I'm not so sure about the flawed. To me, I think you're kind of on the upper scale of closer to perfect, right? But I think that might be your humor convincing me, because we have a very similar sense of humor, and I absolutely adore most of the things you do and most of the words out of your mouth. So I'm biased, I should say, is my I statement in regards to that. Let me see here. JC was the next. She says, I am a creative individual. I am a mother. I am kind. I'm stronger than I think. And I am ambitious. Yes, ma'am. You are absolutely all of those things.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let me see here. Sorry, I'm starring some more comments to get through. Here we go. Just Eva, you did come back for a fun conversation. You did. Esther says, I am loyal. I am a writer. I'm stubborn. I dance to my own beat, and I'm my priority. I love...
Reach.
Exactly, Esther. And thank you for sneaking back in. I did notice that you snuck back in and you're going to sneak back out. But I'm just going to shout you out and say thank you for coming back and dropping this bomb, because saying I'm my priority. How many women do you think actually say that and mean it when they say that? Not enough.
Yeah. Good for you, Esther.
Exactly. The feminist power in those 5 I statements is just overflowing. God, I'm gonna love having you on tomorrow. Steva said, I live, I laugh, I love. And
she followed the rules of everyone's wall hanging.
She did.
Yeah.
She's joking, but I love it. Nick says, I'm creative, I'm tired, I'm reflective, I'm cherished, and I'm learning to forgive me. That's a tough one. Learning how to forgive yourself is hard. I'm still working on it. I know, right? Welcome, Taylor, coming in strong in the chat with I gaslight, I gatekeep, I girl boss.
I mean, do we have some fingers to snap here?
Yes, we do. And I know you were here for the sprints. I'm so sorry. We just finished our own sprints for the time, but I did want to shout out Caitlin Ash and Adele Marie are up next. Caitlin Ash right now, Adele Marie next at 10 p.m. In the 30-hour write-a-thon that is being hosted by Celeste Joan and Anne Sophie. Yes, I did write that down during this last sprint. That was pre-scripted because I expected someone to be here to ask that question. And honestly, Barrett in the chat and JC in the chat, both dropping those links for the playlist to the 30-hour write-a-thon, and of course to Devin Cutting's daily playlist, who I go through every day and find writing sprints for. So please, Taylor, check both of those people out. Hop over to Adele Marie. They should be starting here in the next 15 minutes or so. If you are here for productivity, you just missed it, babe.
Yeah.
Yes. But also, I'm coming back tomorrow at 7 with Miss Morgan and Miss Esther, and we're going to get all of Morgan's tea, and we're going to talk to Esther about that feminist statement she made. That was hella cool. Banging and farting, basically, my choice. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So good. Let me see. Here we go. I am unstarring those conversations and getting back into the chat. Let's see what else we got. It is one hell of a group. We got some cool people in this corner of AuthorTube, and I absolutely adore you guys. Absolutely adore you guys. Mm-hmm. Ooh, Nia says, I am a mom, I am a wife, I am creative, I am caring, and I feel more than I show. I love that. I love that duplicity also of the role statements versus the individual statements here. You can tell Nia has always been that person in AuthorTube who's been very aware of the space that she holds. I think that's super powerful, right? For a woman to be aware of the space she holds and command that so well. Nia really is a queen of commanding her online presence and her online space. And I think that's something understated here. Oh, yes, we are. And we heart you too. We heart you so much. Here we go. Just sharing some sassy Puerto Rican wisdom. I love it. I cannot wait to hear more of it tomorrow. Let me see. Bop, 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 bop. Exactly. Exactly. Let me see that last one, Nick K. I am just taking my time. Eva, I am chatty, private, wounded, healed, and optimistic.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The polarity there. Yeah. And you can tell we have writers here because everything's so poetic, right? The difference between chatty and private, wounded and healed, and ending on this message of hope. Man, Eva, you make me want to read your work. Here we go. Courtney Project does start at 10. Yes, yes. All the shout outs. I love it. I can't wait to have you. Hell of a Sunday crew. I watched that replay and the drama is like my siren call. So I went to Morgan's Little Tea. I was like, yep, I got time. I bet you do. Everyone has time for Morgan's tea. I feel like she's got the juiciest tea. You are always welcome in spirit. Bop, 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 bop. And Nick, if you ever do want to hop up here with me, please, absolutely. You have my email, honey. Oh, yes, there's tea. Here we go. Tomorrow is a day to brew your teas or make your fave cocktails and come chat with us and maybe write. No, definitely writing. Definitely at least 40 minutes of writing. But after that, all the tea. We've got hibiscus, we've got chamomile, and we've got the drama. We do heart you, Nia. You are so sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the hugs. Let me see. Oh, happy birthday to your dad, Nick.
Happy birthday, Nick's dad.
Yeah. And that's it. We are caught up on the tea and yes, please take your break. You do need a mental health break, babe. I'm surprised you're here. You push yourself too hard. You push yourself way too hard. Let me see. All right. Well, I guess we can start by wrapping up. Thank you so much for being here. I know we went an hour over time. You're a trooper.
No, it was a delight. You are a delight. I'm so glad that your channel's live and you're starting to host streams of your own. And I think you're just a pillar of the community already. And I just adore you.
Aw, thank you. Don't make me cry.
Well, take it in. Don't deflect it.
I'm not going to deflect it. I'm going to sit here and take it.
Okay.
And absorb the goodness and maybe cry as I do so. Because I'm a multifaceted human being.
You can do it all.
Yes, and I did love having you on. You guys, Jenna's going to be here every Saturday. She committed to every Saturday streaming with me. I am so honored to be your first person that you're streaming with.
Yes, let's toast again.
Yes, absolutely. Let's toast to your first stream and a successful one at that. Tink.
Okay.
I spilled water all over myself. It's fine.
I didn't mean to set you up for failure, Gwen.
It's okay, I'm a klutz.
Of all the people, it would be the person who had been swilling champagne for the last 3 hours that would slosh the liquid. But that's okay. You took one for the team.
I did. Everything's fine. All right. Well, would you like to do an outro?
Kids, I'm Jena Gordon. I am on YouTube and Instagram as Jena Gordon Writes, and I am finishing up the third novella of my debut erotic trilogy, which will be on Amazon by the end of the summer.
Love it. I'm so excited. If you ever need a critique partner, I am down to critique erotica.
Okay.
I'm down for that. That would be a new experience for me entirely.
You got it, girl.
Y'all gotta leave me alone. I am Gwenna from @Gwenna the Winna. Please actually don't leave me alone. Please hit that like and subscribe so I can keep posting stuff. And my confidence keeps going up. I launched my Ko-fi. It is in a link down below. For as little as $1 donation to my Ko-fi, you get a link to a 2-page PDF that has a bunch of different definitions of 18 different things I look for when I am critiquing work. Now, this doesn't mean I'm perfect at all those 18 of those things. In fact, I am far from perfect at many of those things, but they are things that are useful to people when reviewing their own work. So please go visit my Ko-fi page down below, leave a donation, or even just drop something on my page and get that free document when you do so. Also, on the 12th, episode 3 of my Kindle Vella comes out. All of those are free, and that link is down below. Absolutely. Please go read that and leave a review, because I need that as well for my self-confidence. You are on my channel, and I listen.
No pressure.
No pressure, except all the pressure.
It's just about her self-confidence, everybody.
It's just my confidence on the line. It's just who I am as a human being, you know? It was very nice meeting all of you. Casey, thank you so much for coming to hang out with us. It was nice to finally meet you. And I hope you guys have a great night. Bye.